What are you doing with AI? That's the topic, right?
We've got some plans for some AI here at our company. Some auto drafting for us.
Like laying out of devices.
Yeah, where it can translate my red lines directly into Revit. So
Okay.
it's a process. We're working through it, but hopefully in the next 6 months we'll have it developed and help our CAD guys just be a little bit more efficient.
So does the AI, is part of it the recognition of your hand scribbles translated into real symbols? What
Uh,
part is the AI?
the AI is translation of what I put in Bluebeam. So I use Bluebeam, and then it translates that to a device in Revit and hosts it and circuits it and does whatever I need it to do. So the
How
big
does
part for us is setting up a database for that AI system that connects the Bluebeam devices to the Revit device.
Is there a way that it learns? Do you send it to the plan reviewer meetings or
I wish. No, it's not a so much as learning where it is we're programming it at the on our end to do what we needed to do. So we have someone build a software for us, and then we're programming it with our own knowledge so that there is that translation between the two. So it's not learning.
it's not learning? So it's more of a
No.
scripted thing where you're putting scripts together.
Not really scripts. It's a
Okay.
program and it's a database. So it's taking two databases and translating between the two databases. But yeah, it's not learning. We don't want it to do any calculations for us. We got David to do all the calculations for us.
Do you think it'll someday take the PE exam?
Probably not.
Although maybe, huh?
That would
Right?
be interesting. Throw the PE exam into Chat GPT and see how it does.
I don't need to be demoralized like that.
Yeah, it's 100%. The rest of us are at 70%. We'll see. That's our first pass at getting that translation between the two pieces of software.
My next YouTube video, I'm actually giving my predictions for AI in the MEP space. I can give you guys spoilers. Really, where I see it having the initial value is in generative design, where it's like laying out devices. That's the place where it could potentially take off, where rather than you laying out your devices in Bluebeam, you just say, here's the building, put in my receptacles for me, put in my light
Exactly.
fixtures. But the harder part, that's hard, but not too hard. The harder part is taking that PDF from Bluebeam or taking that poorly formed Revit model and interpreting it as a building so that then it can go put the devices in. The interpretation of the building, I think, is going to be the trickier part. That's the problem that needs to be solved. And once you have a pretty well-formed building model, laying out devices, I think, will be a fairly straightforward problem. It's getting a model of a building that's usable.
Yeah, I think we've seen that same situation. We've got it figured out for translating between the two, but it's oh, is that a wall that I'm hosting to? Is that
Yeah.
a ceiling? Is that a floor? Is it a or is that a grid line that I'm now hosting to? That's the tricky part. Those are all the things we're working through initially, and then we'll see if we can. Our big thing would be it'd be awesome to be able to just say, here's my typical residential unit, lay out the receptacles, and using the NEC as your reference. So that's the endpoint, but we're not there yet. Just getting it translated is the struggles right now.
That would be an interesting application of AI. Have it read the National Electric Code and literally do what it says as a test of the clarity of the code.
That could be interesting.
as a back check of whether this code is written properly.
Well, when you go to these seminars that on the code every time they change it, there's always a discussion of what did they really mean here? Did they write this sentence properly and so forth? And it's like AI could really be helpful in pointing out where things are not as clear as the author thought.
Maybe we get it to build a building with the California Building Code and see what it comes up with the building, and then we'll apply the National Electrical Code to it.
We're laughing now, but is coming. I was just reading an article. They say they're closer to the singularity than they ever thought.
I saw that article this morning. I didn't read
Okay.
it yet, but I saw the headline for it.